my God, the leaves are falling off the trees.
Why?
They're golden.
Why?
They're golden because it's autumn.
Oh.
It is autumnal air
Phew.
all around us, and it's gone from hot baking sunshine to that cool breeze of an autumn's day.
Crisp.
Crisp is one word. What's your favourite thing about autumn, John?
I like, my favourite thing is pronouncing the N on the end of autumn.
Ooh.
I love that.
Autumn.
Autumnal.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite words, that as well, would you believe?
I like, if you're wondering,
Yeah. I know you like the crisp air, don't you?
the crisp air, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like,
As in, it's the air that's filled with potato chips.
sure, the crispy
I thought
air.
it was the air you got inside a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
that
crispy air,
crisp
of course.
air, wasn't it? Yeah,
Sort of salt and vinegar scented crisp air.
Yeah.
That whiff.
Yeah. What do you smell? With the crisp air of a bag of crisps. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about autumn is that crisp. Opening bags of crisps
Yeah. And smelling them.
and smelling.
Well, the air around them.
yeah. What's your favourite crisp air to smell then?
Probably salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favourite crisp
That's not
flavour,
a
to be
bad
honest,
shot,
overall. But it makes the mouth water.
It does.
And that's what's great about autumn.
Yeah, and vinegar's got quite it's like an almost nostalgic scent to it because of the fish and chips.
Yeah. Reminds me of my
As
nan's.
a kid. John, favourite crisp air to breathe in of an autumn?
In autumn,
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be this time of year.
probably going to be a pickled onion monster munch.
You can't
It
blame
really gets the
him.
senses going.
It's the spookiest month. It's the creepiest month.
It's the and this is what I'm saying, right? What a month we have in October.
Halloween last week.
November, sorry. Halloween last week, and now Bonfire Night. It's getting closer to Christmas, but before we get to Christmas, we've got a couple of that's really distracting that
For the listener, a neighbour has put on a neighbour quite a distance away, would you say? Like not like quite far away. He's got some kind of laser-based disco ball.
Yeah, it's Friday night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like the kind of thing you might have in an arena, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's placed it
true.
in his window. And I mean, like I said, how far away is that? Like 300 metres? It's quite far. Maybe 200 metres, maybe whatever.
Not 300 metres, but it's a
distance.
Yeah.
It's 2 gardens,
Yeah.
if you imagine that.
Put it that way, John.
And
John,
it's-
what's that in metres?
Like 25 metres, maybe.
25
metres,
metres.
yeah.
More than that, but
No, I think he could be right, actually.
okay.
Think of the length of a swimming pool.
I am doing. That's what I'm basing it on.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Yeah.
of course, that's 25 metres. That's it'd be 50 metres then.
I believe more like 35, 40 metres. Let's
Yeah.
say. Whatever. Point being,
Slightly less than 2
it's
swimming pools.
blasting through our window where the studio is at full capacity.
Full
would you
watts,
say?
yeah, full pace.
And it's
Full capacity.
creating a sort of. I mean, I thought it might create a cool disco feeling, but it's quite distracting.
To be fair to Ryan, he did say, John, before we started, do you want me to close the curtains here of the studio?
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, I'm not that bothered really. It's not that.
You were like acting
way.
like, I just don't give a fuck.
I don't give two shiny
Like
fucks.
acting like the most laid back guy in town you've ever seen in your
I
life.
was.
And now look,
And then just then it caught my eye.
yeah,
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep going with it because I think it's a Bonfire Night Special.
it's got a fireworky vibe, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's got a very fireworky vibe. Now listen, lads, my bonfire nights, right, as a kid, and I don't mean to boast, but they were fantastic. And I wanted to take this opportunity. Yeah. And Ryan's shaking my hand for the listener at home. Take this opportunity to really thank my mother, aka Tina Tully, Big T. I never called her Big T. I don't know why I called it then.
Lovely woman.
Lovely T. She put on a show. And I look back now and I think, yeah, there was times where we'd have like a fire in the fire bins. But then it got bigger. And there was a holiday just before, if you remember, it was like half term, just before Bonfire Night.
Yeah.
Like a 2 week or a week or something, I think it was. And me, my brother, and friend of the family, friend of the show, Heather Pearson, of the famous Pearson family,
Sure.
would, pardon the pun, go and collect wood in that week and stockpile it before Bonfire Night.
Wow.
Right.
So we'd go down, we call it the tip at the end. You lads have both been there. We used to walk.
But it ain't no
dogs
junkyard, because that's what
around.
it makes you think
yeah,
of.
it's a good point actually, Ryan. Yeah.
I don't know why it's called the tip. It's quite an insulting description of what's quite a reasonably okay playing field.
Yeah.
Well, can you call it that?
Questionable.
Okay.
But great for dogs. Now that was, you would strip that bare. We'd go through, you get in the, because it's around this time of year, things start dying, plants start dying. And it got to a point we were knocking on people's doors and we had a pram, an empty pram to fill full of wood, which we got my dog CC to, it's like some out of Famous Five this.
Wow.
Got CC to pull at one point with a wood like a sleigh. We were knocking on, we were knocking on doors to get wood, right? And this is how soft as shit I was still am now, but this was the start of it. So this one bloke was like, "Oh yeah, I've got some wood at the bottom of my yard and an old fence." I was like, "Oh great," and it was a big pile, broken fence, great, perfect, dry.
Yeah.
We start collecting up. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's a bit down there and all, and make sure you get all that crap up there as well." I was like, "Oh, look at all this wood! Look at all this wood!" I got out and I turned to my brother and I said, "Do you think we should get him a box of roses or something to say to say thank you?"
You'd already did him a massive favour.
I was like, I just cleared all the shit that he's been trying to get rid of for ages. I've come round, I've cleared all that shit for nothing, like literally child labour. People would use, that's a job.
Yeah.
People would get paid for that. And I collected it and then came out and went, do you think we should get him a box of roses to say thank you?
Roses as well.
Yeah. What? And Joe's like, no, of course not. Because Joe was like 18, 19 at the time.
Which puts you at what age? 15, 16? Yeah.
No, I'm joking. We were kids.
How old were you, out of interest? I'd like to know.
I was probably,
Talking 10-ish.
maybe 10, 11, 12, around that era, yeah.
Hilarious.
Kind of went on for a few years. But my mom, one year, it was just like, my mum said, we'll have a bonfire on the back garden. Like no bin or anything, just a pile of wood to burn on the grass. And we were like, is it not going to leave is that, but she was like, you know what? It'll grow back. About the grass.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. It never really quite grew back properly.
But it was the memorable one night, wasn't it?
What a lovely time.
Yeah.
And there was one night at the end of, we had a pumpkin and we'd drawn names to who gets to, there was two things. There was a giant firework that, one of the big ones that we were like, whoa, I can't believe we've got one of these bad boys.
Sure.
Sam was working at the time, my older brother, and he bought one of them to bring back. So
illegal, was it, technically?
No, it was all.
What I mean by
board.
illegal is you must be 50 metres away from this firework.
Yeah, we weren't 50 metres away.
We're talking, a garden. We've just described the length of a garden, haven't we? And it's around 25 metres, if that.
Yeah.
And I don't think your garden was 25
No,
metres.
no, God no. There were two that we blew. We put a bang, the classic bangers, John. You know what I'm talking about. The old.
I do, yeah.
Putting one of them just in a pumpkin. And my mother was allowing it. She's like, oh bloody hell, we found pumpkin on the window the next day or the house, and then picking the ticket to who gets to set off the big firework. And throughout all this, there was jacket potatoes, roast chestnuts, and the Pearsons family would come round, and it was a real special occasion.
Was that the Pearson family wood? They brought it round.
Yeah,
to
the
burn.
Pearsons family would, and then they go home. No, it was just a very. It was a. It's a real event. We really celebrate.
Yeah,
it.
no, I used to love
I'm really excited about this bonfire night. I call it Bonfire Night. John, what do you call it?
I burn a Catholic night, is it? Is that what people call it?
Burn a Catholic night?
What?
What's that mean?
Well, Guy Fawkes, isn't it?
Oh, Guy Fawkes night. Oh, is he a Catholic? So is that a thing?
No, it's not a real thing, but that's what we're celebrating, really.
Oh,
deep
I
down,
see.
aren't we?
Yeah, as in we're celebrating the burning of a human being. Yeah,
It's true, yes, of course. Guy Fawkes night, some people call it.
Yes.
Hang drawing and quartering, of course. Torturing to death.
Hanging them, drawing a quick sketch of them, and then chopping them into quarters.
Which is harsh, isn't it? Because you think after you've been hanged, you're not going to be looking your best, are you? Do you know what I mean? It's a rough time to
true.
sketch someone.
Yeah. But you keep still at least, I suppose.
That's a good point. Unless you'll be swinging slightly, wouldn't you?
And of course, well, yeah,
depending on the
yeah.
breeze.
Yeah, but you could take them down from the noose to paint the portrait.
Right, from above. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And what would you call it, Ryan?
Well, probably bonfire night, but there is also, of course, fireworks night. Some people say, but that's a bit vague, isn't it? 'Cause it's any night with fireworks could be fireworks night. I was saying this to you the other day. Could be New Year's Eve, couldn't it? So I think I'd say bonfire night.
I would as well.
I'm glad we'll
Now, Guy Fawkes, he's a baddie, right? Or is he a goodie? I feel like he's portrayed as a baddie because we're made to burn effigies of him. But that feels like it's less of a thing these days. It feels like putting the guy on the bonfire was a thing as a kid. where you build a Guy Fawkes. You'd get some old clothes, stuff them full of newspaper.
Yeah, we did this actually.
Get a monstrous mask and put it on the top.
Yeah, because she was leftovers from Halloween.
Made out of sort of tights.
Yeah.
And then you say, that's Guy, and he's like some kind of little boy monster.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And then you'd throw it on the fire and say, ha.
Penny for a guy.
Like years later, that's still rubbing it in the face of, Guy Fawkes who got caught,
And there's a little thing in there. Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot.
Yes. What's the next line?
Oh, God knows.
Yeah, I don't know either, but maybe there isn't one.
But he was kind of exploited afterwards because people were using his name to make money. Like, penny for a guy. When people would...
Well, that's the other thing. You used to have people taking these guys round.
These guys.
Hey,
These guys.
you want to come and see my guy?
Yeah, I got a guy.
You got a guy? I got a guy. I know a guy.
You want a bonfire? I got a guy.
I need to get a guy.
Sorry, go on, right.
Well, no, but this was a thing, wasn't it? In a similar way to... It's a big money-making time for children, basically, November.
Yeah,
At least it was. Trick-or-treating, sure. But penny for the guy is a specifically money-making thing. You're not asking for treats or sweets for the guy. You're going around to people. You're sitting... I seem to remember sitting outside supermarkets was a thing. Like sitting outside Asda. Little... I don't want to say chavvy kids, but chavvy kids. Or scallies as they were known when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
With a... Sometimes it was just the smallest kid... Like sort of with his hands tucked into his sleeves.
Yeah, when they
with a
couldn't do
mask
the
on.
effort. Yeah.
Staying very still like a human
Oh, that's
statue.
quite good.
But yeah.
And then they burn him.
And then they burn him, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then they throw him on the
That's
fire.
not good.
But it
That's
was
not
fine
ideal.
back then. Again, it's the purge. And
Different
it's
time, wasn't it?
One night
Yeah.
a year you get to burn kids.
And it was the classic thing that your uncle would say, hey, if you don't be good, we'll put you on fire, it's Guy. And you'd go, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I better be good then.
Don't want to do that.
Imagine that, it'd be horrible
All right.
when to
Yes.
die. You'd miss the fireworks. Or is the guy putting after the fireworks?
I'll tell you what, can I just say I've changed my mind. Well, we were talking about favourite things about autumn. But I think my favourite thing about Bonfire Night is the safety videos they used to make us watch beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Which were always so mad. And it's always like, remember, don't wear shell suits. Yeah. You're like, who's been wearing them? These are from the 80s. You know, and there was, don't put fireworks in your pockets. You're like, yeah, okay, I got you.
But then you watch
999. Oh man, yeah, with the kid with the. It looked pretty good, that special effects. I seem to remember.
We have discussed it before, but I'm happy to discuss it again.
No, I mean,
because
it's the 999 paradox where it always comes back to 999.
Yeah.
Have we discussed when I was in primary school? One of our teachers, it was a cool hip student teacher, and he gave us this real talk about fire safety and how when he was a little boy, he'd been. I think he may have sat on the desk with his feet on a chair to get us around and say, "I'm cool." That kid wants too,
right?
And he was running around a bonfire you got bad parents, really, that. And he tripped, and he fell, and his hand went into the bonfire. And he had a terrible big scar and blister the size of his fist on his hand and all this.
And did he reveal the scar to you guys to show you what
there
could
wasn't
happen?
really one there, to be honest. So, but I still remember that.
Yeah.
And the buckets of sand with the sparklers, they get over 1,000 degrees, don't they? They're hotter than the sun. Them get them the wrong air, and you're forked.
Yeah.
It was a water. I think we did watery sand. I think or soil or something.
I think buckets of water. Right, the sizzle of the water is something I seem to remember.
The sizzle of the water. Yeah. Also, who has sand in their house just for sparklers? Do you know what I mean? That's very, very posh.
I've been trying to get them, unless you're
sand artist.
Parent is a builder.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Sand. The stuff that dyes your hands orange if you handle it.
Yeah. I mean, my dad would probably have sand in the house.
That's
general.
true.
Well, in the shed, but
Well, and your dad is he's
sand artist.
Sand artist, yeah.
Sand artist, yeah.
That's the difference.
Absolutely beautiful work.
I was just going to say, celebrate. It was illegal not to celebrate Bonfire Night up until 1959, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And I thought to myself, why not? And I'm trying to look it up, and it just says it was illegal for people to. I'm thinking, God, it must have been because it was like literally the parliament and the government that tried fucking up. They just made a law and said, right, now everyone's got to celebrate this because
the death of this man.
Well, because you're putting a message. You have to like really put that message forward for generations.
Yeah,
It's Cromwell,
saying,
isn't it? That
don't
he was trying to blow
fuck
up.
with us
yeah.
because you'll be fucked.
Or for years to come, children, for years in the future, will be building effigies of your body, and throwing them on a fire and laughing and and going, ooh, isn't it a wonderful night, Mama?
What a lovely night.
While watching you burn.
Whereas
Actually,
he was probably just like a hip protester, John.
Oliver Cromwell is the guy who was in government at the time. Is that right? I think
don't
that's
know.
right.
Yeah, Cromwell must have been.
sounds about
He's
right.
the geezer. He banned Christmas basically and banned dancing and all that sort of shit, didn't he? Because he was a proper arsehole. And I think he would be the sort of guy to be like, listen, I'm making a law here that you all have to hate this person so much.
Sounds about right.
Have you seen, though, interesting, look this up, people listen at home, Guy Fawkes, or I think his name's Guido was his actual name. He had to sign before he went into the Tower of London to be tortured. And there's a signature before and one after when he's been tortured quite badly. And the difference is obviously quite, I can barely write his name.
There's an image, that document is still
you can
around.
see that. Yeah.
What's he signing for there? Just to say, he's cool with the torture, he's happy for it to go ahead. If he gets hurt in the process, it's
his own fault.
It's his own fault.
Exactly. It's health and safety in it,
He knew the risks.
Can you put down your next of kin
Or is it
in
like
case we need to call anybody?
Or is it like an NDA, like a non-disclosure agreement? You can't say what you've seen in here.
Yeah, if you do for some reason survive.
We're working on some new torture techniques that we don't want to reveal yet to the public.
True. We don't want to spoil it for them.
So don't be sort of shouting them out.
No spoilers.
While you're up on the stocks or whatever.
And of course, the fireworks represent the gunpowder that was used.
However, where was it used though? Did anything actually go off in the end?
No, it didn't blow up, Ryan.
Right.
No, disappointingly.
That's a bit of an odd one, isn't it?
Well, disappointingly for.
Was it 40 barrels? Is that right? I feel like I remember this is the stuff that was
It's
drilled into me.
it's a bloody good question, I'll tell you that. But do you know
40
what?
barrels
lads?
of
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to push on because
Yeah,
I've
of
actually
course.
got a man, new job.
Oh, what?
I've
Sorry.
hired a guy.
Oh, a guy. You got a guy.
Liam
You
Throttle.
got a guy.
Fella called Liam Throttle, and he's
Wow.
I was thinking we'll expand the podcast and we'll get live reports.
Oh,
and I've
amazing.
actually got him down. At
He's down there.
The revealing of the biggest firework in the world.
you've not.
Yeah, they're about to set it off, but I'm saying we've got to push on
Oh,
because
right.
we've got to go live here.
Sure.
So if you just try
Absolutely.
and get this together. Liam Throttle, can you hear us, buddy?
Yes, I'm here live. I've been sent down on my first report from the lads to the launching of the world's biggest firework. Nobody has ever attempted a firework this big.
And how big are we talking here, Liam?
It's around, I don't know exactly, Matt, but I know that it's in the thousands and it's in the tons.
Wow. Is there a toffee apple to match?
Yes, well, that would be an absolutely massive toffee apple.
Yeah,
I
would
must
be.
interrupt you though there because they're about to launch the firework here. So let's see, lads, and
Exciting stuff.
enjoy the show. I know I will.
Oh dear.
Oh no, it doesn't appear to be going on.
Sounds big. Oh.
Okay, so we've just lost connection there with Liam. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But hopefully he might be back for some more live reports.
What would have been good was if we'd had a visual there to actually see the firework. It's quite a visual thing, a firework, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's true,
All
that's
we could do is hear it. But it
It's
sounded.
a podcast though, right? I don't know what to...
Well, I know.
I figured
mean,
you'd have just described what you'd have been seeing.
I feel like
No, I mean,
my windows just shook a little bit there.
Oh, yeah,
I think
the trees outside are blowing slightly as well, which is weird because this was in Edinburgh. So,
wow.
listen, lads, speaking of fireworks, now, I want you to have a quick think right now. And if you were to design a firework, what would it do? And what would you name it? Now, to give you an example, so for me, it's a 1,000 shot repeater, right? But it's not like, it's more, sounds like a Tommy gun.
Right, cool.
And when it explodes, it's shocking pink.
Oh, wow.
And I'd call it the Pink Panther Gangster.
Cool.
And on the front of the box, it would be Pink Panther, or someone that looks like Pink Panther in case of copyright reasons. But it'd have shades on, a cigar, a suit, and a Tommy gun.
Cool.
The Pink Panther Gangster, 1,000 shot repeater.
Interesting.
It's a big question.
You've had time to think about this, obviously.
That's just off the top of my head, weirdly.
You just thought of that just then, did you?
No, I've spent years thinking about that. Right, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. What's it going to be? Is it going to be an aerial one? Is it going to be one that doesn't even leave the ground?
It's aerial.
Is it aerial based?
It's called the
it's not based on your personality, is it? It's just one that you design. It's true. Go on.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Well, you'd be a Catherine Wheel, wouldn't you?
Why? Because I'm in such a tit. What do you mean?
Because you were.
I'm in a spin. What do you?
Because you're a big ball of energy that lasts for a long time.
Also, Ryan, you're quite grounded.
Oh yeah, nailed to the wall
and bright.
Thank you.
John.
No, I've not. What's the answer?
You would be. You'd have to be
like a Roman candle. Maybe?
a Roman candle
Don't do that to me.
that burns bright and big. I'm trying to somehow crowbar in a big head thing, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
No, actually,
The rocket.
No, I tell you what, a Roman candle because they're sensible. Because even if they fall over, they're not going to come at the house.
I need to just quickly tell you this. One time, I just remembered probably the most dangerous thing that's ever happened to me, although I was mostly out of danger. So I was at someone's house and they were doing a firework display in their back garden, and they'd put one of those like 50-shot repeaters, thump, thump. They put it on their garden table, right off the ground. Big mistake. Onto a plastic garden table.
Rickety.
Do you know the ones with the legs that you kind of push in?
Yeah, I know
That
exactly.
when you lift it up, sometimes they fall out.
No.
The worst
So
of the
I've
worst.
gone in from the back garden into the up the little stairs into the kitchen, and I'm looking at it going off through the window, and then the front legs just fall out, and it just tilts down towards all the people watching, and people are just like running.
Must have been thrilling.
Yeah, it must be
I
exciting
stood there
for you.
just cracking open a beer, just lock the door
Yeah, behind the glass.
so they can't get in.
Sensible Roman candle inside.
To be fair,
Yeah.
this didn't fall over, but just the closeness and the chaos that was already going on. I had some fireworks, friend of the family, friend of the show, Fot.
James Mansfield.
No, he's a whole other podcast, the Firework Night. Firework Night. Bonfire Night.
Oh.
No, Dave Bates, aka David Bates, aka David Peter Bates. We got like one of them badass ones like you're talking about, commando shot. Fucking, you need to be 2 miles away to fucking even watch this shit. And we were just on his back garden. Must have been 3 meters away. And he'd put like a big, no, that was it. That was it. It was the panic stations. So this was going off, started going really close. And it was like, bang, incredibly loud. And he's close residential area. Bang, bang, bang. And there's just like 100 shot or whatever it is. And I hear like banging on Dave's door. He's like too close, throwing a mattress on the fire or something, just add to more chaos. And I could hear like this banging at someone at the door that was obviously like, what's going on? I'm going, Dave, there's someone at the door, And it's just going and lighting everything up. It wasn't an enjoyable time.
No, it's so stressful.
It was meant to be fun and it was horrible. It was chaotic. Anyway, sorry, what firework would you be, Ryan? Would you design, sorry?
What would you design?
Don't change it now.
Yeah, you got it.
I thought of this ages ago, when you were putting me under pressure.
Cheat. Oh, during this podcast?
And now it feels like I've had ages to think of something better, but haven't done. So it's not great.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm calling it yet. It's called either something like the frying fly up or the
Oh, wait, hold on. The what? Sorry, say that again?
frying fly up or the flying fry up, or it could be just called the fly up. And what we're talking here is, I've seen them done. I don't know how they do it. It's like magic. But certain fireworks create little pictures in the air.
Yeah.
I've seen that done before.
I've seen the smiley face ones.
Yeah, this kind
It's
of thing.
mad.
So mine's going to be like a fry up. It's going to have sausage,
Brilliant.
bacon,
Fucking
eggs. Then you've got two colours of firework there, white and yellow, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, bacon can have pink and white as well, in fairness.
Yeah.
Beans.
fairness.
Papa.
Sorry, beans, yeah, perfect.
Loads of
Orange bangs, yeah.
Bean. Mushroom. Then you've got
Cup of tea, maybe.
tomato, and then finish with a big splash of tea.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I think it'd be quite fun, actually.
I think your early stuff, what was it, the fry up or the fly up? I just think the fry up.
It's
up to you.
Just call it the fry up.
But if you give me them, because you're not settled on one, I don't want to.
No, I think maybe the fry up, because it's good wordplay, isn't it? It's going up.
Yeah.
I really love the frying fly up though.
The frying
That's
fly
got
up.
something in
The
it.
frying fly up. Or the
Flying
flying.
fry up.
Text in.
On the firework itself, it would just say the fry up, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the thing. And you're getting that it's a firework because it's a firework.
Yeah.
You get see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like it's physically looks like a firework, so you know what you're dealing with.
You know what you're buying.
Yeah. And it just says in big letters, the fry up, and it's got images of all the different fry up items on there.
Yeah. Fucking great. And I could see you were very passionate the way you're talking about it, that you really wanted.
I want to see it
Believed
now.
in it,
I actually
yeah.
want to see it now.
Yeah. Is there a website that you can design your own firework, John?
Ooh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Oh, mine, right? So it's several tubes. Now they're at different angles. So we're talking, it starts off at 45 and then they get closer to 90 degrees straight up.
Oh,
right?
beautiful.
Okay.
So
right.
what happens is those are all green and they'll fly out at specific lengths and they'll create, just as they go out, basically almost all at the same time, they'll just create a big green ganj leaf in the sky.
Oh, very cool.
nice.
Very
Going out
cool.
like that. And
Nice.
the obviously it's going to be a lot of smoke after that. There's going to
yeah.
be maybe something
Yeah.
producing a lot of smoke, and the actual product itself comes with a free MP3 download of Cypress Hill's "I Want to Get High" that you blast through the speakers.
QR code on the front.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were going to say maybe it's scented. Maybe it smells like weed as well, the smoke. That'd be nice. wouldn't
Maybe
it?
you could. But what are you calling it, John?
Flying high, maybe something like that.
Flying high.
Frida weed, you could call it.
Frida weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
Freeing
freeing
it from the
yeah,
fireworks.
sky high.
Yeah.
Smoke it up. I don't know. Something.
If you're listening at home and you're screaming and you're going, oh, call it this, call it that, let us know what you'd call any
Please
of these
do.
3 fireworks.
Please do.
And if we use your, I'll tell you what, if we use your idea,
Signed postcard?
so no, we will have it designed. We'll design your firework.
what?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
That's a
but
promise.
okay.
Yeah, I will.
I don't know how it's possible.
No, hold
Yeah.
on. Just the names. If you've got a name for us for our firework, yeah, and if we use it, we'll send you a
Because that sounded like you were saying that if we like one of their names for one of our fireworks,
Yeah.
and we like
I
that,
I
we
changed
will
it
design
halfway
their
through.
fireworks
Yeah.
separate. To,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
good.
No, I want to take that back and say, send in what you would name these 3 fireworks.
Thanks.
Right. Well, speaking of people that I'm saying text in, aka our audience,
Sure.
we should really say hello to them.
Yeah.
I think, as well as each other.
Yeah.
So, hello, listeners. Thanks for downloading this podcast. Very special episode today. It's as you're probably aware, it's a Bonfire Night Special.
And can I just very quickly say, it's also could be billed as a sexy special because it's episode. What's the sexiest number?
69.
69. Yeah.
16.
Well, other than 4,
Yeah, okay.
and 14,
44.
yeah, and 44, yeah.
404.
Yeah, actually, there's quite a lot of sexy numbers, but I'll definitely put 69, probably, pardon the pun, on top. You're listening to Skills FM.
Shaking Matt's hand.
Listen to a man who would design a firework that would mathematically make a ganj leaf in the air, which I've got to give him full credit for. It's Sir John Patrick Collins. Thank you so much for coming in today, John.
So fucking
Hello.
cool.
How are you guys? It's lovely to be here.
And to a man who's, always got a fry up on his brain, I'd say, maybe in some way or another. It is good old-fashioned Ryan Howes. what a firework.
Thank you. Hello. And hello, of course, to you, MattSkillington.com, the brand who would have a sort of machine gun style 100-shot
Tommy gun,
repeater,
yeah.
Tommy gun
1,000,
repeater, 1,000 round repeater that would very much disturb the neighbours and get him very stressed out, I imagine, whilst it was going off.
Can you remember the name of it?
Called... Oh, did you say Commando or something? No. What's
You,
the name of your
for
one?
a point, can you remember, John, what the name of my firework was? No, can you remember
The
what?
Pink Panther Gangster.
Pink Panther Gangster, and the point goes there to Mr. Jace.
Of course.
Patrick.
Because it's shocking pink.
Shocking Pink.
Yes,
that
of course.
That was
of
the
course.
thing. Listen, has anybody been watching anything on the television recently? Because there's been a lot of stuff on, but I've not managed to catch him.
No, my eyes have been to the skies, Matthew.
Yeah, looking for
Yeah.
fireworks, sparklers.
Yeah.
Like a knife and fork that sparklers while you're looking up at, shaped to the fly up or the right up or whatever you want to call it, could come with some sparklers that are shaped as
Knives and
knives and forks. Yeah,
That's lovely,
So you
yes.
got like a three pronger, obviously, because that's what forks look like in cartoons, which would be yours, Ryan. John.
Absolutely. I feel like if the actual firework itself looked like a frying pan, it would really just set it off and you'd light the fuse through the handle.
Oh
That's
my
cool.
god!
Thing.
Of course,
That's really cool.
Shit, we're not going to move on with the show. Actually,
No,
I really want to delve deep with this. A fucking frying pan.
Shaped, yeah, that's
That
perfect.
would be awesome. Yeah,
And you could do it. I feel like that'd be easy to achieve.
yeah.
It's really can't,
Matt,
isn't it?
Yes.
have you been watching anything or have you
No, I've not had time.
not had time?
John, I've been interviewing Liam Throttle all week, doing phone interviews to be our
Course.
on the field.
Course.
Is it on the field? On the
In the field
in the
report.
in the field reporter. Really lovely guy as well. And
Yeah.
he's been looking forward to this first
sounded nice,
report.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
wish him all the best.
I'm sure we'll hear from him again.
I'm
I
talking.
can only hope.
But we will let the listeners know as soon as I hear anything about Liam's condition.
Yeah.
And Ryan, have you watched anything?
No, my eyes have been to the skies.
Of course, yes. You've been looking for fireworks.
That's right, yeah.
John, have you been watching anything?
I did catch something late
Oh.
night,
Right.
Channel 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very posh.
And that makes sense actually. Couldn't record it though. Couldn't get the tape got jammed in the machine.
No recording this week.
Bloody
No
hell.
recording. So I quickly got my jotter out of my
Yes.
fountain pen and wrote down a brief description of what it was.
Oh, so you didn't forget? Great idea.
So I
Great
didn't
idea.
It was basically a show where some hunks and babes, I'm talking Pamela Anderson for David Hasselhoff for,
Yeah.
Yasmin Bleeth for Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith all work on a beach together and they protect people from the perils of the ocean and from contracting a small respiratory infection.
Oh, yeah.
Right. What was
that called?
It was called The Bake Off.
Oh, whammy!
That does sound good. And nicely Bonfire Night themed as well.
Yes, of course.
Good
The
to keep it.
Bake Off, because it's on around autumn.
You're
innit?
baking stuff, aren't you, for
Gingerbread Man. Well, like I said,
toffee apples?
yes,
Parking.
baking.
Parking.
Parking. You park at the
parking.
shops and you get your flour and your eggs and that, and you bake stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks, John. Now, I think it's probably about that time of the show where we look at Ryan and say, Ryan, can you reveal that wheel?
You can. I can, yeah. I just have to put my fireproof gloves on. 1 second.
Oh, what's he done, John?
Hold on a minute.
What's he gone and done?
Here it comes.
Oh, okay.
There it is. And, well, it's the cloths. I usually, pull the cloth off, but
course, well.
as you'll see, it's
No need now. It's
almost,
it's on fire.
it's almost gone, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
great.
It's like a controlled fire, Ryan.
Yeah.
But is it burning? Is that like gas pyrotechnics? Is that an illusion, or is the wheel on fire?
No, I just set it on fire before we started, and it's been burning away. but
Very cool.
I've covered it in a kind of varnish, so I don't know. I thought it might.
That explains the smell and why I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
a bit faint.
It's got that quite sort of greeny blue flame to it as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that might
Worrying.
be the.
like a chemical burn.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that might be the completely eco-friendly plastic that's in there.
All right, that's
Oh,
it, isn't
good.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course, only
I
plastic.
remember.
We always say on this show we only use the friendliest of plastics.
Exactly. Yeah. So it could be that. That's created quite a beautiful. Yes, it's quite a beautiful colour, isn't it?
It is kind
In
of
many ways.
beautiful. It's the fumes, that kind of blurred fume going on at the top
But
there.
it's,
you know?
it's
Yeah.
been on fire before. It'll be
diesel.
on fire again. I can. Hopefully, it will maintain usage. Is the thing, you know.
Of course.
Well, it certainly looks good, Ryan. But as I say every week, does it work? And I've got to say, this is probably the most worried I've ever been about its structure.
Yes.
It's your proximity to it that worries me.
Yeah. I am. I mean,
It's hot. It is
I feel
hot.
like
Yeah.
my arms are getting singed at the very. Like the hairs have sort of. You can smell the burnt hair, can't you?
Yeah, I can smell all sorts.
I can
Yeah.
see it.
I get
I'm not in the
dizzy.
studio, but I can see
Thing
parts of you are beginning to burn.
What's
Like,
that bubbling on my?
No, that'll
Yeah.
be all right, Ryan.
On the
We'll
flesh,
get,
though.
We'll get to that looked at during the commercial break.
Okay.
Well, let's just see if it still works,
well, I'll
mate.
put these rubber gloves on anyway.
Yeah, keep them up, right?
rubber gloves.
John, he's got 33 birds.
Oh,
Hard to tell him.
Yorkshire Sports.
It's
wow.
they won't come off the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sort of seem to have
Fused
fused.
to the skin, very
I
convenient.
suppose it's a case of
Bright side though, Ryan.
yellow hands. Yeah.
Yeah. That flesh had melted away has now been
Oh.
replaced.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, I see. You've used marigolds.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Protective gloves.
Yeah. No, you're right, Ray. You're
But
right,
they,
Ray.
they seem to have stuck. But I mean,
John,
now I
John.
suppose I'm always ready to do the washing up.
Call
You
an
could say.
ambulance for you, John.
I'd love to, but
Okay, what was that? Sorry, I was staring at
my
your
phone's
bubbling.
on low battery.
Yeah, you're bubbling. Don't try and take them off. Yorkshire Sports, did you say?
I think it's in Yorkshire
Bloody
Sports.
hell, it's
That's
been a
good one,
while,
isn't
hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
been
hasn't
ages.
it?
God, we had that trip to the bloody basement
To the archives.
archive.
Yeah. And also, do you remember what we found when
To
we were
the
down there?
archives.
To the archives we go. And do you know what we found down there? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Very conveniently,
yeah.
an episode from Bonfire Night back in the 70s.
Yes,
And when they were doing a sport, I believe, I mean, I suppose we'll hear about it all, but I think it was something like Yorkshire pudding bobbing, which is the Yorkshire historical equivalent to what we now know as apple bobbing.
yes, of
I
course.
assume that's what it is. We'll hear all about it. But
Yeah, well, we dusted them off, and we've got the tape with us here in the studio. Shall we put it on, kids?
yeah, and also because we've been down so much now, not so dusty anymore. It's actually it's pretty clean down there now. You know, it's,
You've
it's
been
pretty,
cleaning for a
it's
while
Pretty,
down there,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty nice down there. A little, it's kind of I've turned it into kind of a man cave down there
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
a cool thing to do in it now, man
Yeah,
cave.
yeah. You know, got some rocks brought in from the Peak District.
Hippity with it. Hippity and with it.
Just
Well, let's,
a bit of some stalagmites and some dew, some
You got
moss,
some bats in there, as well.
you know,
That's you got.
some bats. Yeah, brought some insects in. So
And a pinball machine.
and a pinball machine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, stick it in, Ryan.
Let's have a listen to Yorkshire Sports.
Welcome. Welcome back to Yorkshire Sports.
It has been a while, hasn't it? Since we've watched one of these VHSs.
Welcome back to Yorkshire Sports. I weren't that a cracking game of firework flinging. Freddie Flinders, 45 from Farley, found fantastic form for flawlessly, ferociously and feverishly flinging fireworks further and faster than other fine folks in finals. Following a few failures, Flinders finds fame and fortune finally finishing first. Friendly fella... Friendly fella Freddy first formed his fingers fist-like round 4 fizzing firework fountains. Forced to be fast, for fear at fire finding his fingers. Flinders flunk firecrackers with a faultless French influence fling. The flash fuck. Fireworks flying fully on fire, further than favourite Frankie Fuller from Fleetwood's final firework fling. Frankie's furious, but Freddy feels fantastic. Fact. Now, on to the next sport on this warm and balmy bonfire night. And it's one you've all been waiting for. It's Yorkshire pudding bobbing. Delicious Yorkshire puddings submerged in a vat of piping hot onion gravy must be retrieved or bobbed using mouth alone. I, for one, am very jealous, because as some of you may know, my own great-great-grandmother, Wilma Truman, was involved in the creation of this sport. And those puddings are made to a top-secret recipe of 60 grams of flour, lard, salt and pepper, lard, 2 eggs, lard, 100 millilitres of grandma's milk, or can be substituted for the breast milk of any Truman female, and lard. Now, our first player is little Leslie Buckle. Young lad, barely off the breast himself, but my God can he bob. The thing about Buckle that makes him particularly outstanding is gob size. As the old saying goes, if thou wants to bob, thou needs a gob. And what a gob Buckles has on him! The vast volume of Buckle's gob, combined with a lip circumference the size of a dog's bowl, means it can at times accumulate up to 5 Yorkshire puddings in a single bob. And bear in mind, these puddings are about the size of a lady's fist, so it's no mean feat. They say from space that can see Great Wall of China and Great Gob of Yorkshire. Buckle's gob is of course the gob in question. But big gob or no big gob, he's going to have his work cut out for him, as he's up against none other than Sean Stainrod. And yes, you might well recognise that name, as Sean is the son of Yorkshire Sports' very own commentator and pudding bobbing veteran, Trevor Stainrod, who we'll be hearing from a little bit later. Yes, Sean the Snorkel Stainrod might not have the gob of the gods like Buckle, but what he lacks in gob size, he more than makes up for in lung capacity. See, Stainrod has the ability to stay submerged in gravy without needing to come up for air for record-breaking periods of time. He actually broke the Guinness World Record when he stayed submerged in Guinness for over 25 minutes. But this isn't Guinness, this is gravy, and is even more conditioned to the brown liquid goiled. For in the garden shed of the Stainrod family estate, he has a 2,000-gallon full submergence gravy tank, staying in there for up to 12 hours a day, and as he puts it, becomes one with the gravy. The young ponce. Now, it does mean he has the appearance of having spent a few too many hours on sunbed and the scent of a carvery. But I think being followed around by hungry blind pensioners looking to refill the plate is a small price to pay for an ability to find those sunken puds at the bottom of the gravy barrel that other competitors can't get to through fear of drowning in the browning. Well, looks like they're about to start. So I'll hand you over to commentators, Rodney Bingham and the presumably very biased Trevor Stainrod.
Good evening and happy Bonfire Night. I am Rodney Bingham. You join us tonight in Dewsbury, where we're being treated to the semi-final of the Yorkshire Pudding Bobbing. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Trevor Stainrod. And let me first take you by the hand, Trevor, and say congratulations, because tonight we're watching your son, Sean, who has made it this far in the competition.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody, and a happy Bonfire Night to you all. And thank you, Rodney. Yes, it's been a nail-biting couple of weeks for me and the wife watching Sean make his way through these rounds.
And it's a fine performance he's put in. Little known fact, Trevor and I were both blessed with sons on the very same day. Trevor's son we see here tonight, whereas my son unfortunately moved to Manchester.
God rest him.
I blame his mother and Joy Division.
Well, tonight, if he can't face down the competition, I might be sending my son to Manchester, or dare I say it, Burnley.
But seriously, let's introduce your son's rival. It's young Leslie Buckle, a doctor, thank you very much. He does the pudding bobbing as part of a local pub team, and this is his first time representing the Crown and Pig by himself.
Seems like a bit of a knobhead to me. Now, the way the game is played is relatively straightforward. What we have is a vat of gravy filled to the brim, and at the bottom of that vat are Yorkshire puddings that have been specifically cooked to sink.
Heavier than lead, which is because they are cooked with lead.
Sounds dangerous and poisonous, but they will be wearing clothes pegs over their noses, so they should be right.
So what they have to do is plunge their face into the vat and root around for the puddings. Once they have one, they come up and spit it into a bucket in front of them, then back down again for another plunge until the time of 43 seconds is up.
43 seconds may seem like an odd amount, but it's actually a tradition which goes back to the first ever pudding bobbing in 1958. You'll remember this, Rodney, in which Sir William Frack, that's Sir William Frack, got a pudding lodged in his lung and actually died for 43 seconds, as you know, before being revived.
Blind after that, of course.
Oh, blinder than a sick rabbit.
And of course, as usual, the golden wishbone is in there somewhere. If they can get it out, that's worth 5.
Yes, that's a real wishbone from a cooked chicken, painted gold, and it's cooked. It can splinter, it can choke, it can kill, Rodney.
It's the risk you take. But I think your Sean won't need to bother with it. He's a rapid and ferocious bobber.
Well, I hate to boast, but, former champion pudding... Well, I hate to boast, but former champion pudding bobber Leslie Beale likened our Sean to a hungry horse in a bowl of soft apples.
High praise indeed. Well, here we go. Sean will go first. As he's won the coin toss.
Of course he did.
Best of luck, pal. Best of luck. He's straight in there. Look at him go. He's up and down there. No time to blink there.
Go on, lad. Get him, Bob, lad.
Incredible pacing. It's such a graceful sport when it's done right. And the whistle's gone before time. He's emptied the vat. Absolutely amazing work there.
Oh, fucking have it, son. Yes, my lad.
Well, Buckle's going to have to empty his vat, and in a better time as well.
He hasn't got a fucking chance. Sorry about that. Yes, yes, he's going to have a tough job there beating that one, I'd say, Rodney.
Well, the good doctor approaches the vat. Again, very impressive start. He's obviously in this to win. He's rivaling Sean's time.
He's doing all right.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I think he's got the wishbone here.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. He seems to be struggling with that. Yeah, pointing to his throat, looking around, wild panic in his eyes there. Yeah, he might be in fucking trouble here.
I'll have to stop you there, actually, Trevor. He's going back down, choking or not. He's up again with a pudding in his gob. Can't seem to get that pudding out of his mouth. Oh, I see what's happened here. The pudding has lodged on the wishbone that was protruding from his mouth.
Right. He's trying to do the Heimlich on him sen. Okay, the eyes are rolling back. He's losing consciousness.
But Sean's coming to the rescue. The pudding's out. He's whacked Buckle on the back of the head with his shoe. But that will not count to his total.
Yes, go on, Sean.
And that's it. That's it. Sean Stainrod is through.
Justice.
And if that's how his dad celebrates this, I can't wait to see if Sean wins the final.
If Sean wins it, I will sacrifice a bull in his honour, and that's a promise.
and that does not surprise me. Fred, back to you.
Well, there we go. Yorkshire Sports again. It's always good to listen to. It blows your mind thinking of the sports that happened back in the day in the 70s.
Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it? And then, but
You
they
know.
still have a version of it, don't they? The apple bobbing. And is that a thing that happens on Halloween? Is Halloween, or is it more?
Halloween.
Is it more Halloween than
I think
than
it's
Bonfire?
Halloween, isn't it?
Okay.
It maybe is Halloween, but toffee apples.
Toffee apples,
Ryan.
maybe what?
It's the season for apples.
It's
isn't
maybe
it?
what the
So-
guys at Yorkshire Sports were thinking of when they came up with that.
Yeah, we had, when we were living in, I call it Thug's Mansion, and for the listeners, that's just a house that I first lived in when I first came to London with 4 other guys. There was 5 of us, and we had a Halloween party once. It was, it was a big one. We had a brief period of people would come round to the house.
A lot of friends at one point.
A lot of friends at one point. That all disappeared. But we filled the bath with water and put apples in for people to apple bob.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a Halloween party. And one of the
horrible.
guys thought it'd be really funny to break some glow-in-the-dark wristbands, what do you call them? Glow sticks.
Oh,
yes.
And throw it all over the walls. All the the liquid inside the glow stick all over the wall. So when you went, when you went to the bathroom, it did look cool. But in the morning, it looked horrible.
Oh, did it burn away the sort of paint on the walls?
Yeah,
'Cause-
I remember.
It wasn't good. Someone was talking. You were talking about this.
someone did this at a house party we had. Roy did that in his own bedroom.
to make it look cool as fuck.
Looked cool as fuck, to be fair, at the party.
Yeah.
We had some cool parties as well in uni. We had some...
Did you have a Halloween? Yeah, of course. I went to a Halloween.
yeah. Well, it's
party.
fancy dress, so I assume it was Halloween.
Yeah, because I went as a dead soldier.
Although at my uni, they used to have fancy dress. It was Halloween, that one, because we had it at our house. But at my uni at the SU, they would do fancy dress like every single week, to the point it became not fun anymore. And you got in for free instead of paying in if you did fancy dress. So you sort of made the effort.
Yeah.
But then,
like Matt's quiz.
and I'm someone who can throw a fancy dress costume
God.
together.
Yeah.
As quickly as the next man, actually quicker and with more quality than the next man.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But
You've accumulated a lot of kit. Over
even
the years.
I can be creative with what I have.
Yeah.
I feel like put
Yeah,
something
it's true.
together.
It's true.
But even I found it like irritating after a while. I remember there was quite a good
that's-
one where
that's a bit
there was
much,
quite a
yeah.
good one where it was like a 999 themed one.
Oh God.
So it was like nurses and doctors and
Okay.
like it wasn't based on the Michael Burke TV show. It wasn't people coming with
injured.
fireworks in their pockets and
Chelsea
Sand in their lungs.
caught in combine harvesters and things.
in a grain silo.
Yeah.
We should have the next party. I'll tell you what. Maybe for the Christmas party that Terrible Features has, will come as 999 Michael Burke versions fancy dress.
I'm down
Yeah,
for it.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But on this one, because we were like so sick of like, oh god, another costume, we just put three of us went as 9, 9, and 9, and just put number 9 on top.
brilliant,
That's quite clever, in fairness.
Apart from when you kind of
Separate.
left the group,
Yeah.
and then you just become
What
9.
have you come as? I've come as 9.
Yeah, I've come as one digit from a phone.
Oh, this yeah.
Where's your two mates? One of them's gone home in a cab. So now when we get together, it's just 99. Which is more of an ice cream
Like an
based.
ice cream themed
But
one.
I suppose 999, the show, you choke on a flake and, something like that, Ryan.
Yeah.
One of my sorry, just quickly, the party we went to for Halloween where it was come as something nobody has come to a fancy dress party as party.
Oh yeah, very hipster cool party.
Yeah, and my wife and our friend came as a pair of curtains, which was pretty impressive to be
That was
honest.
good.
But
That's
again,
nice, that's nice.
it's tricky if you're on your own.
yeah.
You're a curtain.
I'm a curtain. I went to that party as I had a fish protruding from my head, like attached to my back, so it went up over my head. Not a real fish, a toy fish, and I was covered in
2020, isn't it?
and then I was covered in head to toe in poker chips. Do you remember?
Yes.
And I came as
Fish and chips.
fish and chips. Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic costume.
That was a really good costume. So I
And you
thought
went-
you said you were at the same party as the one that John and his wife was at, but
Yeah,
I was.
We were. You were there as well, Matt.
You were there too.
Oh, was that when she came as? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I come as the
it was friend of the
DVD.
family, friend of the show, Fart's Chris Paul's party.
Yes,
Yes.
and I had all the DVD covers
You were
stuck on
Netflix
me.
and chill, were you?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you were like sort of sexy guy.
yeah. I
with-
destroyed a bunch of DVDs by taking out the covers and sticking it to me, and then I had like lipstick kiss marks on my
Right,
face.
yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
it was good.
What did Fart's friend of the family, friend of the show, and seldom differ silent member James Lord come as? I feel like he had a funny. He came as
he
like
doesn't speak.
He came as someone's autobiography.
It was.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
Mike Tyson?
Something like
Yeah.
Tyson's autobiography just had the pages stuck all over his body. I mean,
Yeah.
this is and in a way the fact that he made that kind of a slightly irritating rule of you have to come as something that no one's come to a party as before.
Tough. How do you know as well?
Yeah, no, I mean it's just thinking outside the box. It does force you to come as something mad like an autobiography,
true.
which is and it was fun to try and work out what people had come as. So yeah, anyway,
that is true. Well, Ryan.
but that's Halloween. That's last week.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, of
you're right.
course.
But it's the spooky. It's the
Spooky
for me.
season.
Like I said, I put a firework in a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's combined. That's like breeding Halloween with
Yeah.
bonfire
They
night.
come as a pair, don't
and the
they?
baby is an explosion of pumpkin.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They do come as a pair, and it's a very exciting time of the year. And this is why we're doing a special on it, and this is why we're really kind of enjoying this spooky and cold fireworky evening. Now, shall we spin the wheel?
Yes, let's spin the wheel. Okay.
While you're spinning it, I'll. Do
Nervous to spin it, but
you want a beer, Rosie?
yes, please.
silver screen.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Ryan.
That's genuine. Oh.
Ryan.
That looks horrible, right?
Well, it's on fire now. The plastic stuck to my hand, but it's sort of gone on fire.
Put it. Well, hold on. Let me just grab the. Hold on. I'm just going to grab the fire extinguisher here. Ryan, stay back. Stay back. Move your head. No, move your head. Oh shit! Right, John. I've frozen. John, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I've put the fire extinguisher trying to put out Brian's hand, and I've frozen his head. He looks like something out of Home Alone. But it is part cartoon. I'm hoping he's going to somehow just thaw out and say something wacky.
Please, for the love of God, don't go near him with a tiny toffee hammer.
Shall I get the... Oh, shit, yeah. Shall I get the hairdryer? Shall I get the hairdryer out?
This isn't very ice.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
He's back. Oh,
He's
my
thawed
God.
up.
Well, the heat of the fire thawed me in the end.
Yeah.
So it
Because
came
that's
in.
not gone out, even
No,
with that
and do
extinguisher.
you know what it is? It's mad, isn't it? That's fused to my skin, and I've just been frozen. Now I've been sort of unfrozen by the fire, so now my
Yeah.
face is kind of a little bit burnt, and my hair's a bit
You
singed.
look
But it's
quite horrible.
But it's of course, I'm going to be scarred heavily. But it's the cartoon in me that allows me to survive this kind of
You
situation.
have a regeneration of
Yeah.
skin, don't you? Yeah. Like a fish of sorts.
It's the yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can survive quite horrific things as a cartoon. You know, I've only partially cartoon. So there's a lot of human in me too. So
You can die of old age.
I could die of old age. And
Yeah,
I can
and cancer.
But things like falling from
Yeah.
a great height.
Yeah.
There
You're
is a good chance I'll bounce.
You'll bounce back. yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Okay. So that was Sean Bean Silver Screen. Amazing.
Okay, Sean Bean Silver
Not
Screen.
that in a long time. This is a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
I love this.
So you run this
Stressful,
feature because you know Sean Bean, right?
I run this feature. Now, first of all, I'll tell you what. Because obviously, it's really hard work for me, Sir John, and good old fashioned Ryan Howes here, because we have to basically have something for every potential feature that comes out. Now, when it becomes a special like Bonfire Night, you then even have to go, okay, I've got to plan ahead Bonfire Night for every single feature.
Because we don't know what's going to come up on the wheel, is the thing.
That's the thing. So this is Sean Bean Silver Screen with a little bit of a bonfire twist.
Okay, cool.
Let's play the theme tune. Let's play the jingle first.
Is everybody sitting comfortably? 'Cause I've got something I'd like to say. I've been watching plenty films and that recently, and I've thought of a game to play. I really hope you get it, I really think you could. I won't make it too hard for you stupid bastards. If there's any children listening, I'll try to keep it clean. The name of the game is Sean Bean Silver Screen. You bastard. I'm Sean Bean, and I've got something to say. I'm Sean Bean, what film will it be today? And if you get the year as well, that's well, it's
Sean Bean Silver Screen. What a tune.
What a tune, and thank
What a
you
tune.
so much, Sam Winters. I mean, this was before he was full of excuses, weren't it, when he did Sean Bean Silver Screen, I think, and then he took 3 weeks to make. Yes, it's been regarded as one of the greatest tunes of all time.
Future Frenzy
the Future
Excuse.
Frenzy Excuse, that's been put in the dictionary as well. But thank you so much, Sam Winters, aka Sammy, aka Truman Dinosaur.
Now, is it worth mentioning at this point, Matt? I mean, we won't know the exact date at the moment, but you're running a monthly quiz now at Truman Social Club.
Yes.
And it's only worth mentioning now because you play live, if I'm right in thinking, Sean Bean Silver Screen.
Yeah, it's true. I do a monthly quiz at the Truman Social Club, which is an old brewery. It's massive.
It's huge. You'll definitely get a seat.
It's huge. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's going to be a multimedia thing, we hope.
Yeah. Well, by this point, this is going to be post the Halloween one.
I'll have done the Halloween one
Yeah.
by then, so yeah, hopefully it'll stick. But it's in Walthamstow, Black Horse Road.
And I suppose you should go to the Truman. I'm sure you'll be posting about it on your socials, but also you can go to the Truman Brewery website. They'll have all the deets on there, won't they?
Come down and say hello, and and get involved in the quiz. And the money goes to a wonderful charity called Off the Pavement, which is getting homeless people back into hospitality work.
Oh,
Hey, future Matt here, and I just want to say I think the past lads are doing a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed Ryan's joke there about he said he didn't want to be thrown on the bonfire because he'd missed the fireworks. I thought that was a bit overlooked, really, by past Matt and past John. Listen, I just wanted to interrupt to say it's not Off the Pavement, the charity that I endorse as part of my quiz. It's Only a Pavement Away, and they basically help homeless people get back into hospitality work. But while I've got your attention, I've actually got the next quiz I'm doing will be on the 16th of November. That's the 16th of November at the Truman Social Club. So yeah, get on down there and tell your mates. Ta-da.
So there you go.
Nice.
So this is Sean Bean's Silver Screen, but obviously it's Bonfire Night. There's a little bit of a twist on it. And here's what's going to happen. We are actually going to hear clips from the films themselves. So as you know, it's Sean. The usual game is Sean Bean, me doing impressions of Sean Bean.
Oh, is it you?
No, sorry, no, not me.
Who is it?
I have Sean Bean reading out quotes from films, and then you've got to guess what the fuck the film is and the year. But today it's a Bonfire Special, so I'm playing clips from the films, but on some of the words you can't hear them because of bloody fireworks.
Oh, wow.
And I want you to tell me what the word or line is that's missing because of the fireworks sounds.
Oh, shoot.
The name of the film, for another point, and the year that film was created.
I tell you what, Matt, that's a hell of a twist. And I didn't see that coming.
Nobody
I
did.
did not.
Now, what you'll do is, lads, you'll hear the quote twice, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we pause.
Yeah.
So you'll have to pause that, Ryan,
Sure.
on your DJ decks.
Will do.
Give you a little bit of time, and then we move on. But you'll get to hear the clip twice, and only twice.
Yeah.
No going back, otherwise you fuck up the whole momentum. Okay, guys. Do you get the rules? Any questions?
I think I got it.
I think I got it.
Let's play Sean Bean's Silver Screen Bonfire Special.
It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, in the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, in the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God.
Okay, yeah, perfect pause there. So I'm looking for the missing word or words.
So sorry, just to be clear, these aren't Sean Bean films. Sean Bean's not been contacted to take part in this feature at all.
Well, you don't know yet, do you?
No? It's full of twists and turns, this. And I've not seen one of them coming yet.
What's missing? What quote is missing there because the fireworks you heard is distracted because it's Bonfire Night Special? Do you see what happened? It really is like brave. Let's hear number 2.
For England, James? No.
And let's hear that one more time.
For England, James? No.
Okay.
So that was question number 2.
Okay.
I'm looking
I
for the
got an
quote,
answer.
quote that's missing, the film and the year the film was released. You both happy to go on to question number 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question 4, here we go.
Run! Go! Run! Go!
I don't know. It's fine.
And last but not least, lads, give me this one.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hear that one more
I
time.
have come here to chew bubblegum and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Weirdly, with that one, I think I know the quote, but I can't place the film.
Yeah, it's the killer.
Friend of the family, friend of the show, and Fots and previous guest on the show, Rebecca Lucy Taylor, aka Self-Esteem,
Yeah.
put a thing on Twitter today, which I thought was quite funny, which was saying that like they should make the Shazam listening app more subtle because you don't want to be caught Shazamming something that turns out to be a classic song that you definitely should know, you know.
Oh, yeah, true.
And that reminds me of this a bit. Like, I should know what that's from. I know the quote. I just can't.
I don't know, a lot of quotes, like everyone knows the quote and I can't place it to what film.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say it's a particularly easy one. I think it starts off a little easy that round and got harder maybe, but depends. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But you might as well.
Have a guess.
Thank you. Have a guess. Are you guys ready for the answers here?
I'm ready.
Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem, right? Okay. Now listen up. You have to listen very carefully now because we're going to go to the answers. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No,
You
I've
finish
got it.
Here we go.
I've guessed.
Here we go.
Hi there, present Matt. It's past Matt here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm not bad. Well, as you probably remember, I'm pretty tired at the moment. It's quite late at night. But, you know, I hope you're having a lovely evening this Friday evening. How are you, Ryan?
I'm all right. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for asking.
Good to hear. And you, John?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Great. Well, I'll tell you a joke. Matt, knock knock.
Who's there?
I've done a
who?
I've done a poo.
That doesn't really work though, does it, mate?
Yeah, well, I know it doesn't work, present Matt, but it's easy for you to say that, isn't it? Because, you know, you've probably had a beer by this point. Has he, Ryan?
Yes, he has, yeah. We weren't sure, but yeah.
See, there you go. So, you know, you're chilled and relaxed and you've finished now. You've finished this feature. But I'm here still making it. So, yes, I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, give me that.
All right, okay, fair enough.
Do you want the answers?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, please.
Better. Do you want the answers? Not better.
Okay, so we've got the first one here.
By the way, that joke is done up. You say done up, not dunner.
I know that.
Oh, right. Yeah,
He knows
just
it
got
now,
wrong.
doesn't he? Hindsight's 2020, isn't it?
Past
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
got it wrong, but it was obviously late at night. Wasn't
Just,
it?
I'm very, obviously, quite sensitive with that joke. It's my favourite joke. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you're having a go at me.
No, I'm not. I'm just
You need
having
to
it
be-
right about past
That's
Matt.
your favourite
Yeah,
joke,
yeah.
Ryan?
Past Matt.
Yeah, and I'm quite
Oh, that's good.
precious about it, yeah.
It's a good gag.
You're telling me.
It's a good knock knock joke for sure. We've covered that in the knock knock special.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
The history of knock knock jokes. Okay,
Ever increasing self indulgence of total features.
John Patrick.
Yes.
What quote was missing?
I'm not sure. Is it I have created life?
I think it's how created life.
Yeah, I've made life, but
I've
created
made
sounds
life.
more like it. But
And okay, let's take a listen.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Oh, in the name of God! Now I know what it feels like to be God!
It was "It's Alive." Was the
Oh, you just said it's alive again.
Yeah, you just said
Wow.
it's alive.
Okay.
Now
Crossed my mind to put that, and I thought it can't be. It
can't be. You never know.
Wait,
It's
you
a
can't
Bonfire Night
predict
Special.
when the fireworks going to go off. Can
No,
you?
I know. That's
It can't be happen to be on a really famous quote.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah, good point, actually. John, did you get the name of the film?
Yes, it's Frankenstein.
It is Frankenstein. Did you get Frankenstein as well,
Frankenstein,
Ryan?
yeah.
Frankenstein as well for Ryan. So that's a point apiece there. And then the year of that film, John?
I put 46. I think that's too late.
1946.
Put 39.
1939. The answer was 19. I give a point to whoever gets the closest here. Just
Okay.
it was 1931.
Oh, wow, really early.
Wow.
I believe
Yeah,
you
it was.
you got it there, right?
Congratulations,
So
Ryan.
that
Thank you.
is 1 point to John there and 2 points to Ryan up
Lovely.
to now. Let's go. So the second one was this particular one. Now, do you remember what the quote was on this one?
This is. For a while, I thought it was just some soft porn. Man-on-man action.
I thought you might have put some mucky film on, but I thought it's not your humour to do that. But I thought you might have.
Thank you.
For England, James?
So
So Sean there says,
And that is actually, of
That is
course,
Sean Bean.
that is Sean Bean, and he says,
That's Trevelyan.
for England, James. And then it's James, he says that for England, James. And what is the quote that he said, Ryan? Well, for a start, yeah, no, what's the quote? I'll tell you what, tell me the name of the film. Ryan, what did you go for?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, John?
All right, GoldenEye, yeah.
GoldenEye, point apiece, lads. So now I can say, what does James Bond say to 006?
I don't know, but I've put for me.
For me and John?
I think it's for me as well.
For me, let's hear it.
For England, James? No. For me.
Yeah, well done, lads. So,
I think I only got that because we're cool script writing guys who know how to write a goddamn good script. You know?
absolutely,
'Cause I didn't know that.
Absolutely,
Just like,
bro.
that's the thing to say at that point, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
you weren't
cool.
going to go,
Just as he.
yes.
No, because it's my job. You know?
You know what I mean? So that's 2 points, piece. Now, the year in which GoldenEye was
He
released.
could have said no for Bond, James Bond, in fairness.
That's true.
I say year it was released,
If you're going to do an edit, no, for me, Bond.
James
James
Bond.
Bond.
I think it was 97. I might be wrong about that. I'm now thinking it's 96. but-
Actually, I would have probably written it, no, for 007. Because Sean Bean plays
006.
006. So that would be.
Is James Bond talking about himself in the third person? Do you know what I mean? Like,
He would be if. Oh, is that what you're saying? If
would he do
yeah.
that?
Would James Bond? No, for 007.
Yeah. Maybe it don't work. Maybe it don't work.
Well, it says for me, and we both got that. I put 97. I now think 96, but I wrote 97, so I'm sticking with 97. I'm sticking with it.
Thank you. We go to JP.
I've written 1996.
1996. I can reveal one of you is closer than the other. It was actually 1995.
95.
Oh,
So
okay.
John gets the point.
And we both get points for the quote.
Justice.
Justice.
So you both get a point for the quote. You both get a point for the name of the film. And John gets the point on the date. Let's move on to number 3. Oh, yeah, of course. Then Sean Bean falls to his death here. Amazing.
Off the satellite array.
Here we go. Number 3.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Did you get Make My Day?
I got Make My Day. Yeah.
Make My
I
Day,
got Make
John?
My Day,
Did you
yes, I
both
did.
got Make My Day there? From which film? Ryan, which film?
I'm not sure. I put the good, the bad, and the ugly, but
Okay.
might be wrong. Pretty sure I'm wrong actually now. Now I'm thinking it's Dirty Harry, but oh well.
I was torn between Magnum Force and Dirty Harry, and I've gone for Dirty Harry.
Okay. Well, this is the interesting thing because I thought it was Dirty Harry as well, but I don't think that's the name of the film. Apparently, the name of the film is Sudden Impact.
Oh, there's a few of them though, isn't there?
Oh, and his character name is Dirty Harry, is it?
His
I've not actually
character's
seen
name's
any Dirty Harry films. And what is he? Just a dead sludgy man or something?
No, he's a pervert.
Oh right, okay. It's like a sort of what's that one with the window cleaner? You know,
Timmy Lee.
Timmy Lee.
Yeah. Dirty Harry.
Oh, I'm Dirty Harry, me.
Yeah, no, the film is called Sudden Impact, and I thought it was called Dirty Harry, but that's just his character name.
I'm sure that Dirty Harry is a film, 100%.
Yeah, maybe there's sequels, etc.
I think it's Dirty Harry and his adventures, basically. After that.
Oh, I see. So it's not in Dirty Harry. No, it is Dirty Harry, isn't it? Because he goes... Oh, no, because Dirty Harry is when he goes, what are you, punk? Have I shot 6 shots or 7?
Yeah.
Are you lucky, boy?
Are you feeling lucky?
Are you feeling lucky, boy?
Are you punk?
Punk
So,
rocker.
yeah, it would be Dirty Harry, Sudden Impact, so it's not Dirty Harry.
Got it.
It's one of the sequels.
Well, at least I didn't put Dirty Harry.
But do you know what? I'm going to give you half a point each for it because I was really confused. I thought Dirty Harry.
Thank you.
No. Oh, you didn't even say Dirty Harry, did you? John, you went with Dirty Harry.
I did go with Dirty Harry.
Half a point for John there. And you both got the quotes. It's a point apiece there. And the year is...
I've gone way too early, so I said 48, but it's not that, is it? It's much later. It's the 70s.
You're saying 1948?
Well, I thought it was the cowboy film originally.
Even still, impressive. John?
I've put 70...
Impressive.
77.
77.
I think it's earlier than that, isn't it?
Shut up. Just want your answers.
It's all right.
It's 1983, so you still get the point, John. You still get the point for being the
excellent.
closest there. And let's move on to the next one.
Absolute caveat crewers, aren't we? Just giving caveats left, right, and centre to these answers. Well, I've put this, but I think this now.
Yeah. Both of you are doing it a lot right now.
Oh, with the caveat club.
Yeah. Okay, did you hear that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I did at the time. I did. Yeah.
And
I didn't hear it.
What did Ryan think it was?
I don't know. I've put please, but I don't know the answer.
Please, you're going for please, John.
I've put get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper!
Okay. He's got it.
He's got it. It's get to the chopper point there.
I can't believe it. Yes.
For our kid. The name of the film, John?
Predator.
Predator, Ryan?
Jumanji,
very close. Lots of jungles, lots of jungle action. Predator, another point for John. Can you make a point here on the year, Ryan?
Well, I've said 96 with Jumanji in mind, but maybe I'll get lucky.
You're saying 1996.
Yeah.
John said
85.
85. Only 2 years off. John, 87. He gets another point for the year. Congratulations. Just
Thank you.
no points on that one for
none
you,
for
right?
me, unfortunately.
And you get John. You get all three, don't you?
Yes, I did get all three on
Okay.
that.
And last but not least.
I have come here to chew bubblegum.
And John, I've got to ask you what did you say for the quote here? He's come here to chew bubblegum and
Kick some ass.
Ryan, he's come here to chew bubblegum and
Kick ass, kick some ass. Kick ass is what I put, but come on. You've got to give me that if it's kick some ass.
And kick ass.
I bet I got it bang on. You can't give John the point for
right, and there you go. So with that logic, Ryan, do I give
that. You
John?
do. I think you do.
Both
Yeah.
get a
I
point.
think you have to after I said that.
Okay, right. I knew that was coming as well.
Got it.
So you both get a point. It is. I've come
you.
here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Such a good line. Such a good quote.
Is it
And
Bill
all
Murray?
is the way he goes. No, he does sound like Bill Murray, but it's the piper, isn't it? It's Rowdy, the wrestler, ex-wrestler.
Right, okay.
So, yes, you can both have a point for that. Now, do you know what film it was from? I go to John with this one.
They Live.
They Live from John. Ryan?
No, I thought it was Bill Murray, so I've put Ghostbusters as a guess, but no.
Ah, okay. Good guess. But it is They Live. And that's another point for John there. And if you can give me the year, John.
1983.
1983 from John. And Ryan says...
Well, I put 85, thinking it was Ghostbusters, but
Okay,
you never know.
so you might be in
Never
for
know.
a shot here. It was 1988.
Yeah,
So
boy.
Ryan picks up a point there, my friend. And we'll leave you with this.
Do something amazing today. Play Sean Bean's Silver Screen. You bastard.
And you can, of course, play that live at a pub quiz near you.
That's fantastic. And I think when you do the pub quiz live, you should play both jingles in the same way we have tonight.
Why not? Maybe,
I
yeah.
think that'd be a nice thing to do. I think people want to hear it.
Definitely an option. Ryan, do we have time to spin that wheel again?
Well, who's won that last round first? Surely we want to find out.
Sorry, yes. The John's the winner.
Is he?
With a total of. Did you top up your points, John? That's probably my job. I think partly I had Howard Collins scoremaster and fought.
No. I mean, I topped up my own
score.
You're
right. So how many did you get there, John?
11.5.
11.5 for John.
Yeah, he did win.
What did you do, Ryan?
I don't matter.
No, you want to hear the scores. You fucking say that. How many points did you get?
Nah, in fairness, it's respectable. I got 7.
7.
I'm happy with that.
11.5. Congratulations, John, for the win of that. But I've got to say to you both, well done.
Thank you.
You took part.
Thank you.
Thanks for organising the game.
A real pleasure.
Present, Matt, and of course, past, Matt.
A real pleasure. Do we have time for another spin, Ryan?
No, and in a way, I don't want to go near the wheel. The wheels, I mean, in a way,
well, it's just
not even there
smouldering
anymore.
now. It's just smouldering.
The good thing is the flames have died down, and it's just sort of.
It's kind of nice.
It's kind of cozy, isn't it?
It's more of a glow.
Yeah. So there is no wheel left, so we can't spin the wheel, even if we wanted to. I'll get to work straight away building the new wheel ready for next week. But I guess there's always time for a game of Who's at the Door.
Do we have? Yeah, we do have time for Who's at the Door. Okay, let's hit that shit.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? It's a mystery.
Okay, lads, who's at the door this week? Oh, the faces have lit up like a couple of full fly-ups. Let's go. Thank you very much. We'll go to John there for that compliment. You can go first. Who's at the door this week?
Michael Burke.
Michael Burke, says John. And Ryan Howes?
Not copying, honestly. I assume it just sounds like Michael Burke.
Okay.
Sounds like Michael Burke's
I can reveal.
Yeah.
For many, many weeks, we've not been allowing anyone into the house, but it was Michael Burke at the door.
Yeah! Oh, come in, Michael.
Yes.
Come in.
Michael's here.
Come in.
Come in, Michael.
Let's see what he's got to say.
Let me just open the door. I'll get him.
Get him in. Get it.
Do you know what? It's been so long since I've let anyone into the
It's lovely
studio.
to let someone else in here.
I can actually let you in. Michael, sorry, Michael. I'm just undoing the locks here, and let's get him in here.
Here he is.
Michael. How you doing, pal?
Pompeii, arguably the most famous historical site on Earth.
It's
Interesting.
True.
Wow.
It's true. It's true.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Thanks, Michael.
interesting. That is interesting, Michael. Thank you very, very much. And you can stay here, Michael, and I'll read you the sign-off today for you, Michael, and the boys. Well done. You both get a point apiece as well.
Amazing.
As well as meeting Michael in the flesh, you do get to... I can't remember.
What? A point.
You get a point. Yeah, of course. It's been,
I mean,
I can't...
what is it you get? It's a point.
How many weeks do you think it's been since you last earned a point from Who's at the Door?
I think I last got
to be months.
Roger Rabbit.
That could be a year ago now.
Christ. Yeah. Well done, lads. And what a fantastic Bonfire Special it's been. I say a fantastical ta-ra to Sir John Patrick.
Goodbye, everybody. It's been lovely to be here. Stay safe. Don't get in your shell suits.
Yes, true. And Ryan, I hope you're staying to the man on my right here, who I hope will be staying safe this bonfire night. I know he does enjoy wearing a shell suit, but I hope he doesn't get too close to a bloody bonfire. It's good old-fashioned Ryan Howes.
Thank you. And yes, of course, stay safe. Don't put fireworks in your pockets. Store them in your socks.
Yes.
And then hopefully you can create a sort of rocket and
fly into the air. Yes, of course. Fly to the moon. Beat Branson and the gang to it.
That
His cronies.
Beat you to it now, you dickheads.
Yeah. Elon and the other one.
Yeah. His mob.
Elon's mob. What's he called? Bezos.
Yeah, Amazon lad.
And you can just whack a few fireworks in your socks. Blast, blast, blast. 100-shot repeater. You're on the moon.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's getting to the moon in the next working day.
What?
That was Prime. What do they always get it to you the next day? Next delivery.
In one working.
They're delivering him on the
days.
moon the next day. Cut all that out, please, Future Ryan. You're not going to. While I'm on the line to you, Future Ryan, can you pop some sound effects on some fireworks? And I want to give you this sign off. Pops, bangs, whistles, and screeches, and the warm, sticky sounds of terrible features. Happy Bonfire Night, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Who said, Happy Bonfire Night? Have a bonfire good night.
Good bonfire night.
Good bonfire night.
Happy good bonfire night.
Happy good
bonfire night.
No, you just say
on Instagram.
Good bonfire night.
Yeah.
Seldom Differ.
Shit.
You can get them on Twitter, at Seldom Differ, Instagram, Seldom_Differ, and Facebook, at Seldom Differ Comedy. You should also subscribe at Seldom Differ on YouTube. Thank you to Luke Collins at Appley Bridge Studio for his additional audio work. And thank you to all you Patreon subscribers. If you're interested in supporting us, then go to patreon.com/Seldom Differ. And there you can donate as little as £1 a month, that's 25p an episode, that's not too bad, to £3 plus a month, which will allow you access to all of our bonus material. Please do give us a 5-star rating and a review. We'd be unbelievably grateful. Thanks for listening.
Good bonfire night.
Good